Okay, so one other thing I want to show you is how to toggle back and forth between your staff account, your staff drive, and your student drive. It's important to note that if you are sharing out a document that you want your students to edit individually, it needs to be shared out from your student drive account. This ensures that they have the editing privileges. So I want to show you how to do that within Schoology, and then how to make your student account own a document if it was built in your staff account. It's pretty simple. There's just a couple of steps. So I want to show you where to switch back and forth between student and staff accounts. So you can open up any one of your courses. You would add materials as if you were going to add another assignment, and then choose the Google Drive assignments button. We can click that. And then over here on the left, there's this little options tab, which is very easy to miss, but this is kind of where the integration lives between Google Drive and Schoology, and it's how to toggle back and forth between accounts. For the most part, you should end up just living in your student account when you're in Schoology, but if you ever needed to switch back and forth, this is how you would do it. So you hit account settings. Right now, you notice that I'm connected as Mr._Thibodeau, so this is my student account. But if I wanted to log in as my staff account or another Gmail or another drive, you could do that here. So I just want to show you. So I'll log out of Mr. Thibodeau to log back in. This is what it would look like if you've never linked your accounts. So you'll hit connect. Google will pop open this choose account window, which will shut after you choose your account. So I'm going to choose my Mr. Thibodeau account again. Just to confirm that, it'll ask me to allow the integration, and then automatically everything from my student account will pop up here. And then I could attach whatever documents I wanted to do. So that's how you would switch back and forth. And now I want to show you how you can make a document that was built in your staff account owned by to become owned by your student account. And then you're able to push it out to your students through that. So I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to get out of this, and I'll show you a document. So this document right here in another tab is owned by my staff account. So you'll see up here where it says Christopher_Thibodeau staff account. But I want to push this out for my students to create. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this document with my student account. So Mr._Thibodeau. I'm going to send it to that. Now I'm going to toggle to my student account drive, which is right here. And I'm going to either click the shared with me or the recent buttons over on the left. And you'll notice that the Fortunato's Point of View graphic organizer has been shared. Still not enough, because this document is still technically owned by my staff account. So I want to create a copy of this document, and once the copy is created, it will be officially owned by my student account. So it automatically retitles the document's copy of, but what I usually do just for naming conventions is I usually put student Fortunato's Point of View graphic organizer. I put that word student before every title, so I know when I'm looking through my drive which one is actually owned by my student and which one is still owned by my staff. So I'm going to hit OK. And it'll create my own copy. I can in turn close all the other ones out. Now I'm going to toggle back to my staff account where Schoology is open. And I am going to choose, when I add an assignment, the student copy of the document. So notice that there's Student Fortunato's Point of View graphic organizer. I'm going to click that. And then from here, I would give it a name, and then I could create the assignment here. Give it a due date, give it a category, create, and when I scroll down to the bottom, it'll exist. Fortunato's Point of View graphic organizer. So that's how you can toggle back and forth between Google accounts in Schoology, and also how to make a document owned by your student account that you're able to then push out to your students to edit individually.